saw on television. These white supremacist, Nazi sympathizers carrying Nazi flags, using the saw on television. These white supremacist, Nazi sympathizers carrying Nazi flags, using the
we're not anything with everybody that he's talking about, not even remotely number one.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. True international effort to pressure. True international effort to pressure.
Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'll be with you in a second. I'm lining some shit up and sending out the links to people. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you all. It's been a while. Bear with me. Say hi to everybody. Get your chit-chats on the way. Those of you not in the Discord been missing out. We've been having some fun. I suggest you get on over there. Tony or Austin or Buttman will leave the link to it down in the comment section below after the live is posted. No lines to be snorted on the stream. Alright, well, Facebook's taking fucking forever. We're gonna get this underway. Got a couple of beers for this. We'll see how this goes. Gonna be the old man yelling. I already warned Mama. If you hear me fucking yelling upstairs, I'm not yelling for you, I'm yelling at the goddamn screen. But I do want to send the link out. Missed you guys. Hey everybody. Hey Lee. Hey Black Sheep. Axlody. Suke Man. And that's oh shit, how you doing, bud? Haven't seen you in a minute. Got Fly Crew in here. Fly Crew has been a ghost. I'm glad you showed up here. He's not a ghost in the Discord though. I'm telling you guys, get to the fucking Discord. giveaways are coming soon. So, we got that to look forward to. I'm clipping. My computer needs to be cleared. And stop recording. That'll probably clear it up a bit. Should make it a little faster. I'm taking myself out of the screen though. This way I can also focus on the comments. Is the video and sound at least clear? Hold on. I ain't going to Brazil. Let's see. Did I clear up at all? The live stream? Cheers. Let's get this shit over with. Jesus. We'll be real-time fact-checking too. If the computer wants to, I don't know what's going on. Things just started running like shit. Same time the boiler broke down. So I learned about thermal couplings. We'll do a little video on that. We'll save you the service call. Alright. Listen, Bobby shin kicks will come through. Quit trolling. Kick you in the shins. I don't want to dox you, Evan. Come on. You out. I'm listening to Congress right now. Let's go to the fucking... This guy. Where the fuck is he? Where's the Sergeant of Arms? Oh, Sergeant at Arms. Present arms.
The Senator from Wyoming, Mr. Barrasso. The Senator from West Virginia, Ms. Capito.
My computer was running
the Senator from Iowa, Ms. Ernst. In a minute. The Senator from Montana, Mr. Daines. Fly is my favorite person on Discord. He has good.
The members of the escort committee will exit the chamber through the lobby doors.
Yeah, I hop in and out. You guys, kudos to you for keeping that shit going. You guys should hop in there. Everybody keeps that place lit. It's a fun place to be without censorship. And it's always running. You can hop in and out as you please. It's always there. So, definitely check out the Discord. Tony, make sure you post the link in it below. We'll be starting giveaways soon. Couple of months, and we'll start giveaways. Hey, the first giveaway is whoever brings the most people to the Discord wins. Keep a tally. That's on you guys to keep a tally. We'll figure out what the prize is as time goes on. I don't care about all this shit. Tony's gonna post the link after this live goes live. You click on the link, you make an account, and you go in the warp dimension, and you'll see on the left hand side a bunch of different text channels, and they all have their own purpose. Where is this fucking guy? They're showing all the people we don't care about. Jesus Christ, with this road. Still upset that McCarthy didn't rip open the speech. Shouldn't need a pin. Oh, I'm right behind the fucking watermark. I do this every time. I did it again in this corner tonight. There's hella lag though.
Hello.
I don't know what you guys are up to. I'm up to hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello. You're not welcome. It's not like we voted for you.
I have the high privilege and the distinct honor to present to you the President of the United States.
Lord have mercy.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you. You can smile. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Mr. Speaker, Madam Vice President, our First Lady and Second Gentleman, good to see you guys up there. Members of Congress. By the way, Chief Justice, I may need a court order. She gets to go to the game tomorrow, next week. I have to stay home.
Oh, he's a prisoner.
Members of the Cabinet, leaders of our military, Chief Justice, Associate Justice, and retired Justice of the Supreme Court, and to you, my fellow Americans.
There's the Discord.
You know, I start tonight by congratulating the 118th Congress and the new Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy.
Fucking freezing.
Speaker, I don't want to ruin your reputation, but I look forward to working with you.
That was cute.
I want to congratulate the new leader of the House Democrats, the first African-American minority leader in history, Hakeem Jeffries.
We don't care that they're black. We don't care about none of that shit. We don't care if you're immigrants, if you're gay, if you're a woman. Don't give a fuck about none of that. What are your qualifications? And as far as I'm concerned, Hakeem Jeffries' father was a real piece of shit. He was bred up as a piece of shit, and he's an anti-American piece of shit. So if your credentials are what the color of your skin is and what's between your legs and how you like to play with that, then you have no fucking credentials. The second you hear that, you know that they're unqualified for the position. Fuck off, Hakeem Jeffries, and tell your father to stop being such a fucking bigot. That'd be a whole nother video. Austin, what they shot up that night was it's U.S. weather balloons and China weather balloons and Canadian weather balloons. If they were aliens, aliens would fuck us up. If they're on this planet, we ain't on theirs. They're not starting no wars with goddamn aliens. They're afraid of Putin, and they're afraid of China. Why the fuck would they start a war with aliens? They're shooting down weather balloons so they look decisive and to distract from the other files that they found that he was shipping around to Boston and all the shit going on with the Twitter file dumps in Congress. Not to mention the Hunter Biden laptop being the center of one of those hearings. So, it's all distraction. Look, aliens.
He won in spite of the fact I campaigned for him. Congratulations to the longest-serving leader in the history of the United States Senate, Mitch McConnell. Where are you, Mitch?
Longest serving. Yeah, that's a fucking issue. The tortoise.
Congratulations to Chuck Schumer. Another term as Senate Minority Leader. I think you...
Chuck the schmuck.
This time you have a slightly bigger majority, Mr. Leader. You're the majority leader. Look
at that Weasley face.
Yeah, well, I tell you what.
He's the type of guy to give a bad rep to lawyers.
Special recognition to someone who I think is going to be considered the greatest speaker in the history of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, the fucking wicked witch from the West. She's a sick puppy. Evil cunt. Nasty bitch.
Folks, the story of America is a story of progress and resilience, of always moving forward, of never, ever giving up. It's a story unique among all nations. We're the only country that has emerged from every crisis we've ever entered stronger than we got into it. Look, folks.
Except for COVID. A lot of people didn't come out from COVID. They like giving out fucking free welfare shit to people who didn't earn it in the first place, and illegals. They are printing money like never before. So yeah, okay, look how much more money we have now, and people don't give up. We don't have a fucking choice to give up here. You guys, every time the government comes out with more surveillance and more power and more bullshit. No, never has the government come out from a crisis doing better than they went in. Look at the fucking Patriot Act and shit. Look at these emergency powers and emergency use authorizations that they were able to fucking push through. Yeah, if you're in the government, you always benefit from a crisis. You've never come out without more power than you went in with. The people, however, not so much. Some people's lives are destroyed. All at the hands of government. It wasn't the virus. It was the government shutting us down. Those businesses would still be intact today if it wasn't for fucking government. Stop blaming the virus. It was government.
Folks, that's what we're doing again. 2 years ago, the economy was reeling. I stand here tonight after we've created, with the help of many people in this room, 12 million new jobs. More jobs.
Not 12 million new jobs. 12 million slots filled. In fact, big tech and big corporations are firing people left and right. Like crazy. People are getting fired like crazy. The economy is not strong. It's riding on fumes and printed money. This is a lie.
Created in 2 years, any president's created in 4 years.
He didn't create any jobs. Allowing people to go back to work is not the creation of jobs. It's called allowing people to fucking work.
Because of you all. Because of the American people.
Shouldn't have taken away the jobs to begin with.
2 years ago, and 2 years ago, COVID had shut down. Our businesses were closed.
COVID shut it down. Oh, COVID shut down your business. Not us. Not the lawmakers. Not the fucking cops who were going to come and close it down and give you fines or take you to fucking jail. No, COVID did all that. Not us. Not government. Fuck out of here.
Closed our schools or robbed of so much.
Didn't close any of it. That's a lie. COVID did not close a goddamn thing. Government did.
Today, COVID no longer controls our lives.
It didn't to begin with. That was government.
And 2 years ago, democracy faced its greatest threats in the Civil War. And today...
Yeah, because we don't want a fucking democracy in a republic, you sick tyrant fucks.
Though bruised, our democracy remains unbowed and unbroken.
They're talking about January 6th, then unarmed fucking protests. I thought you needed F-15s to fight the government, Biden. I thought we needed to go up against stealth bombers and the fucking military. Oh, but now a bunch of unarmed people wearing fucking bullhorns and American flag capes almost overthrew democracy. Almost took down the greatest, most powerful government with F-15s and nuclear bombs. Right, Swallowswell? Bang a fang over there? Oh, I see where this is going already. That is gay, Flycool. I concur.
As we gather here tonight, we're writing the next chapter in the great American story, a story of progress and resilience. When world leaders ask me to define America, and they do, believe it or not,
there, and two simple words in the foothills.
And define it in one word, and I mean this: possibilities.
Whoa. I guess that's what he meant last time in the fucking foothills with Xi Jinping, whatever.
We don't think anything is beyond our capacity. Everything is a possibility. You know, we're often told that Democrats and Republicans can't work together. But over the past 2 years, we've proved the cynics.
We don't want to work with you because you're out to destroy the fucking country. If we give you a foot, see, they're about absolute. They're about the end. They are unrelenting. They are not going to stop. We can no longer compromise with them. Look how far the compromising has gone down slippery slopes. No, we have to stand firm. I don't give a fuck about you people and what you want. You're destroying this nation, and it needs to stop. Go find another place. Go to fucking China.
The naysayers wrong. Yes, we disagreed plenty. And yes, there were times when Democrats went alone. But time and again, Democrats and Republicans came together to defend a stronger and safer Europe. It came together to pass once in a generation infrastructure law, building bridges connecting our nation and our people. We came together to pass the most significant law ever, helping victims exposed to toxic burn pits. And in fact,
that was the most important law ever. Forget about murder. How about insider trading from members of fucking Congress? How about politicians lying to the American people?
It's important. And in fact,
what's up, black man? Pause the video just for you.
I signed over 300 bipartisan pieces of legislation since becoming president. From
many of which were not good for the country.
Reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act.
I don't know what the fuck he just said. This is why we need subtitles. And the only reason he can call them bipartisan is because we got a bunch of fucking rhinos that would sign away for any of the bullshit.
The Electoral Count Reform Act. The Respect for Marriage Act that protects the right...
The Respect for Marriage Act, which encroaches on religious beliefs.
To marry the person you love. And to my Republican friends, if we could work together the last Congress, there's no reason we can't work together and find consensus on important things in this Congress as well.
You need to start undoing laws. Excuse me. We got enough laws. Hell, you don't even know the majority of the fucking laws on the books. We need to start simplifying it and bringing it down. Stop passing legislation and start undoing some, will you?
I think.
It's there to know.
Folks, you all are as formed as I am, but I think the people sent us a clear message. Fighting for the sake of fighting. Power for the sake of power. Conflict for the sake of conflict gets us nowhere. That's always been my vision of our country, and I know it's many of yours. To restore the soul of this nation, to rebuild the backbone of America, America's middle class, and to unite the country. We've been sent here to finish the job, in my view. For decades, the middle class has been hollowed out in more than, and not one administration, but for a long time. Too many good...
And I know not one administration that's actually tried to rebuild the middle class besides Trump. Stop raising taxes, stop shutting off energy sources, and stop ramming this technology that's inefficient down our fucking throats. And telling us that you're here to finish the job? Yeah, well, finish us off, right? You're gonna fucking wipe out the rest of what's left of the middle class. That's what you mean by finish the job. Don't tell us that you're gonna try to put us into homes again with one person working and the rest of the people being able to live. We used to own homes on a single income.
Good-paying manufacturing jobs move overseas. Factories closed down. Once thriving cities and towns that many of you represent became shadows of what they used to be. And along the way, something else we lost. Pride, our sense of self-worth. I ran for president to fundamentally change things, to make sure our economy works for everyone.
How the hell are you making sure the economy works for everyone? What about people who sell gas? What about people who sell natural gas? What about people in the oil industry? Our economy is working for everyone? Fuck out of here. Not people that are in the petroleum industry or fossil fuel industry. Fuck those people. Shut them down. And fuck all the customers of theirs that rely on natural gas and shit. You know, when the power goes out, I could still boil water and heat my home. If I have to go to an electric stove on a power grid in New York that gets rolling blackouts, well, when the power goes out, I freeze to death. No thank you. I'll keep my gas. It's always running. It's cheap, it's clean, and it's reliable.
So we can all feel that pride in what we do. To build an economy from the bottom up and the middle out, not from the top down. Because when the middle class does well, the poor have a ladder up, and the wealthy still do very well. We all do well.
What the fuck is Kamala even standing for? What are any of them standing for? Look at Bernie Sanders. He ain't gonna stand for that.
A lot of you always kid me for always quoting my dad, but my dad used to say, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. He really would say this. It's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect.
A job is a lot more than about your paycheck. Well, maybe you should have tried having one once, old man. That's why you got no fucking dignity, integrity, or self-respect. You're a fucking sellout and a piece of shit who owns mansions on our tax dollars while you sell us out and tell us what we can and can't do. Fuck you, old man. I hope when you do die, it's while you're taking a painful shit.
Respect. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. Well, folks, so let's look at the results. We're not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, but unemployment rate is at 3.4%, a 50-year low. A near record unemployment. Near record unemployment for black and Hispanic workers. We've already created your health.
Oh, but that wasn't a big deal when Trump spoke about that. He was the first one to make it happen. And, do you count unemployment stats to people you deny it to? Because after you all let up with the COVID fucking unemployment, a lot of people started getting denied. So there's a lot of people who don't qualify for it anymore. How are you counting your unemployment stats? How many people are employed now compared to pre-pandemic? Because I'm pretty sure we have less people in the workforce now than before the goddamn government shut us down during their chemical fucking warfare on the people. I'm sorry. The governments created the virus and they allowed it out on the people. And then they punished us for it.
800,000 good-paying manufacturing jobs, the fastest growth in 40 years. And where is it written? Where is it written that America can't lead the world in manufacturing? And I don't know where that's written. For too many decades, we imported projects and exported jobs. Now, thanks to what you've all done, we're exporting American products and creating American jobs. Folks.
And then letting an entire fucking country worth of illegals in to take those jobs. Because remember, Americans aren't reproducing, as per Chuck Schumer's words. But no, don't worry. They're not replacing us.
Inflation has been a global problem because the pandemic disrupted our supply chains and Putin's unfair and brutal war in Ukraine.
Oh, Putin ain't got nothing to do with this. The U.S., Biden, allowed the Ukraine war to start. And he laundered a lot more money through Ukraine. He enriched Putin by allowing him to be the sole fucking provider of gas and oil to Europe.
Ukraine,
and then we blew up the fucking pipeline, Nord Stream 2. This guy's all over the place. I mean, just look at that face. He got rich off this shit. It all could have been avoided. There's blood on their hands.
Supplies as well as food supplies, blocking all that grain in Ukraine. But we're better positioned than any country on earth right now. But we have more to do. But here at home, inflation is coming down. Here at home, gas prices are down $1.50 from their peak. Food inflation is coming down, not fast enough, but coming down. Inflation has fallen every month for the last 6 months.
Inflation went from 1.4 to 9.6 under your watch, old man. Shut the fuck up. So you paid off some of the shit that you spent? You're spending money that we don't have. It's why it's called deficit spending. You shut down the energy sector. Did you know that if we unleashed oil... Hold on, I'm going to bring it here so I can talk to you. If we opened up the faucet on American oil and gas, we could pay off our deficit relatively quick. Very quickly. No, we got a deficit spend while we suffocate ourselves of energy and rely on systems that don't cut it for demand. This is insanity how these people try to sell this. And it's whatever. I understand they got their agenda, and China gets rich, Russia gets rich, all these tech companies get rich, and they launder money through all these contracts, through all this technology, and they don't give a fuck what really happens to us. It's amazing that people still follow this shit and believe this shit. It's amazing how well propaganda works.
Well, take-home pay has gone up. Additionally, over the last 2 years, a record 10 million Americans applied to start new businesses. 10 million. And by the way, every time...
That has something to do with them legalizing weed and giving all the licenses to convicts.
A small business is an act of hope.
Most of those happen in New York.
Vice President, I want to thank you for leading that effort to ensure the small businesses
so
have
felon
access to
drug
capital
dealers, that's who filled those
and the
out.
historic laws we enacted that are going to just come into being. Standing here last year, I shared with you a story of American genius and possibilities. Semiconductors, small computer chips the size of a fingerprint that power everything, from cell phones to automobiles and so much more. These chips were invented in America. Let's get that straight. They were invented in America. We used to make 40% of the world's chips. In the last several decades, we lost our edge. We're down to only producing 10%.
That has almost everything to do with regulations and corporate tax. When they say they want to tax corporations, that's what happens. Corporations move out to other countries where they could develop and produce all this shit cheaper. There's less regulation, less tax, and that's why Trump's policies worked so well to get companies to come back here. If you put tariffs and import taxes on companies making their shit in foreign countries, like Trump did, they're going to just want to come to the country. You make it cheaper for them to manufacture here. And that's very easily done. Biden dropped all the fucking tariffs. Tariff the fuck out of these companies, and you'll see a big shift in jobs. And stop telling American people to stay home while you're importing illegals and then tell us that, you know, we need more jobs here. We need people willing to work. You destroyed that work ethic of Americans.
We all saw what happened.
He is gaslighting everyone to their face, Tony. Eli, what's up, peeps? What's up, Eli? Miss you, buddy.
During the pandemic when...
Let's all yell at the fucking screen at old man, old Gramps Joe.
Chip factories shut down overseas. Today's automobiles need 3,000 chips, each of those automobiles.
Thanks to government and their fucking regulations. Carburetors. Not O2 sensors. Not all these different fucking systems in the cars. All these chips. That's you guys with your emissions regulations and shit. And everybody wanted to make it modern. Give me a nice 4-barrel fucking carburetor, and I'm Gucci. Don't complain about it.
But American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't enough chips.
Because who?
Car prices went up. People got laid off. So did everything from refrigerators to cell phones. We can never let that happen again. That's why.
You mean government shut the fucking country down? Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
That's why we came together to pass the Bipartisan Chips and Science Act.
You mean government solving a problem government created? I can't wait to read that fucking bill. Have you read it? Have any of you guys read that bill? Nothing they pass is to the benefit of Americans. It just means more money and more restrictions and more bullshit.
Folks, I know I've been criticized for saying this, but I'm not changing my view. We're going to make sure the supply chain for America begins in America. The supply chain begins in America. We've already created.
I wonder why he undid any of Trump's policies. Because that's what Trump shit was. America first, baby. Why'd you change anything?
800,000 new manufacturing jobs without this law, before the law kicks in. With this new law, we're going to create hundreds of thousands of new jobs across the country. And I mean all across the country. throughout not just the coast, but through the middle of the country as well.
Doing what?
That's going to come from companies that have announced more than $300 billion in investment in American manufacturing over the next few years.
Doing what?
Outside of Columbus, Ohio, Intel is building semiconductor factories.
Outside of Ohio, where they just had this fucking train spill that's completely destroying the environment and going to poison the fuck out of the population. And then they told people, oh, you could go back to your homes, and if you want to have them tested, you can hit us up for a test. And now they found 2 more chemicals that, and all these fish dying off, and all these side effects that are going to come along from breathing in the fucking shit that they got going on there. You know, those of you that are in the Discord, pray for Zimbabwe. You might understand that. If you don't, you gotta get in Discord and have some fun with us. But pray for Ohio, because that derailment is a big fucking deal, and we're gonna be hearing about that in 20, 30 years from now. It's gonna be one of those, did you live near Ohio, East Palestine, during the year 2023, and the derailment, because you might be liable for compensation, or entitled to compensation. That's what the fuck is coming. Yeah, pray for Zimbabwe. They're losing doctors. And apparently other countries are taking away all their talented doctors. Let me hit the comment section for a minute, because this is alive. That's why we're here. To whoever notified me, thank you. Those things are getting fucking expensive. I was drugged or I'm getting old. I'm not going to admit that I'm an old man. Okay? You think you can look Hunter in the eye and say everything is going to be alright? Well, he might. But I don't think he, you know, it's whatever. These people, they get away with it and rub it in your face. So, I mean, couldn't tell you. He probably could. Probably would. Probably does. This is like a bad sitcom that has an applaud sign light up so the morons know when to clap. Yeah, even when it doesn't make sense. Oh, we pass a... And they all just get up. If you try to pass, I'll veto it. And they all just stand up. What the fuck? I don't even know. Subtitles. We need subtitles. He said, hi, Eli. What up, Eli? Missy, damn, I'm just wondering about my catalytic converter from being cut off. Yeah, and there's a reason that we're... You know, if you move to North Carolina or South Carolina, you don't need those things. That's all emissions. They wanted $3,000 to do my exhaust system, or $4,000 to do my exhaust system, and half of the cost for the catalytic converters. And the only reason you have to have them is for New York emissions, which is bullshit. You're gonna cost me $2,000 for your fucking sensors. If you're gonna demand it, you should supply it. Fuck you. That's how they get you. I have locks for my rims. They gotta make a lock. Yep. Play the GIF of the kid with the green shirt, Bobby. Okay. All right. I don't know what it is about this. I always call them GIFs. I don't care. You call them GIFs, whatever the fuck you want. I don't care how you call them. But for some reason, this one, this is the Discord. You guys get privileged information. For those of you who weren't here. It's like a 24-hour chat room. We have all different chat rooms within our one server. The Warped Dimension. You can find all our different... It's like AOL chat rooms. They all have different subjects and stuff. We got like the Meme Cafe. That's Tony's channel. That's all memes. Don't go in there with your bullshit or he'll start complaining. Twitter files will be coming soon. That's going to it takes a lot of work. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's there. So it's gonna happen. News and such, so you can throw up any kind of articles and stuff, whatever's going on in the news that catches your attention, and you could go off about that. Yankin got a live stream. We try to keep live when they're live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. at Yankin Gutter on YouTube. So while they're chit-chatting, we can all it's like a more interactive chat where you could also post the articles of stuff that they're referring to, pictures back and forth, and have a lot of fun with it. So that definitely, if you haven't checked it out already, which that's going like 24/7 too. When they are live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so is that, and we're in there fucking around. We're trying to get Yank in there, so come join it. Let him know he's missing out. COVID files. It's where I started to post a lot of things that I can't share on other platforms like Facebook and shit. Information that you won't see. I would get strikes for, like, about medical information. So there'll be more getting added to that. I just have to vet some of the information I put up there. And then you have AI and tech, which is all things computer related, AI related, robots, or anything. Anything that you want, you could talk about in there. And it just helps break it down a little bit. Look, Bobby eats horse cock too. You just did that just now. He snuck that in, so he snuck it in for the live. See? Tony, you're good, you motherfucker. And that's the kind of fun you could have. This is real, live, right now, interactive. Bobby eats horse cock too. Just like that. Snuck it in there. Good job. Yeah. That was funny. You son of a bitch. That got that got me. That's funny. But yeah, all the more reason. Get over to the fucking Discord. I did share the link to the Discord. And Tony will make sure to post it as soon as this thing gets posted live. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take I gotta run and pee real quick. So I'm gonna throw on the national anthem, take a short break, go have a cigarette or whatever, and I'll meet you back here in let's make it 10 minutes. I know, I get it. But this we knew was gonna drag on. And you could always come check it out after the fact. I appreciate you guys showing up to begin with. So, with that, we are going to keep this post right here. And I will be back at 10:10.
talk is over. Now arrives the hour of action. Do not allow anyone to tell you that it cannot be done. No challenge can match the heart and fight and spirit of America. We will not fail. Our country will thrive and prosper again. We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space, to free the earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow. A new national pride will stir our souls, lift our sights, and heal our divisions. It's time to remember that old wisdom our soldiers will never forget, that whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny. And your courage and goodness and love will forever guide us along the way. Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
You notice the difference in the tones and demeanor, where one's all hope and backbone and let's do this, and the other one just wants to point fingers and blame half the fucking nation for its problems. Yeah, the great uniter-in-chief, Joe Potato Head Biden, doesn't know what bathroom to use. He shits from his earlobe and he wipes his elbow. I don't know what's going on with this guy. But I guess we'll go back to the bullshit. Thank you guys for sticking around. I tried to make that break shorter than usual. But man, yeah, 100%. We call that karma. If you feel like shit, you feel like shit. If you don't, and you say, I feel like shit, and you don't, well then, if you do start to feel like shit, you kind of wasted it on the lie. So, be careful with that playing sick shit, because then you do get sick, and then you were just sick, but now you're sick again. So, careful with that. Karma's real. It's a bitch. Let's see. Look at this. Just look at that face of his. He looks angry. He looks like, okay, he's like, oh God, how much longer do I have to sit through this? He's sitting there going, I hate having to do this. I hate the people. I just want to be home eating my chocolate ice cream. And she's just like, whatever, just keep your eyes open, look at him, and just smile and nod, and smile and nod, and then stand and clap and stand and clap. That's it. That's all she's fucking doing. That's all, whatever. And McCarthy, I'll be honest, he's impressing me a bit. I didn't like what he had to say about Ashley Babbitt. That girl was murdered. And Roseanne Boylan was another one. There was more than one Trump supporter. It wasn't just Ashley Babbitt, but they don't talk about that. And I'm pretty sure there was 2 others. They haven't released information on that. And I got to make sure that my shit's vetted before I say it. Because, well, we like to take evidence and derive conclusions from evidence. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. We find the truth here. And you know, facts don't care about your fucking feelings. I do want to give a shout out to Strategic Eyes. I did kind of come over and troll your Discord a little bit. You got a squad going on over there. I don't know what that's about, but they're like deleting people's comments and stuff. I did go over there just to have a little fun. But I like to add to it. I like to add stuff, bring about discussions. I tend to be a little controversial. But that's because I challenge everybody's belief systems. And I like to see where people are deriving their opinions from. You know, sometimes people know things that I don't. I don't know everything. I have fun with that. You know, the all-knowing box. I'm like the black box. I take in all the information. I harbor the information. It's a joke. But yeah, you got some people on there that are a little over the top. So it makes it interesting. If you see me trolling, and I'll straight up admit I'm trolling right now. I don't give a fuck. At that point, I'm having fun. But I'll add, I throw some points up there to see discussions. I stirred the pot a little bit, very little bit. I threw up some statements that people could give rebuttals to, and it's about discourse. I did go on there, Leroy Jenkins, though. That was fun. I was like, we're going to raid his fucking Discord. And I went, Leroy Jenkins. And I just went in there with that GIF. Oh, that's why I pulled up the Discord before. I don't know what it is about this GIF. It just makes me laugh because the kid is so fucking spastic. I'm going to put this in. We're in AI and tech. Let's go to Meme Cafe. I can't show everything on here because it's not allowed on fucking YouTube. We have a lot of fun on here. So, this is Unbound. You ain't got to worry about censorship. I already posted the link. I'll post it again. But, I just put in air humping. Air hump. And this fucking kid. It's the way he, spastically smacks his chest and then pulls up his shirt. I don't know what it is about that. It just made me laugh. Because I went in there trolling and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, wow, wow. And then just air humps. I don't know. I love it. You could get a lot of memes here. Oh, don't be typing no more about your fucking horse cock on here. Oh, I need an ass? Yeah, well. That fucking GIF. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. It's pretty effective. It's just like, we're having a good time. And this is Strategic's, what's it called? Strategic Eyes server. And he's got all his different chat rooms. So I go to Welcome to and Politics and World Issues. Because I got, oh look, there's Tony G. Piggy. Tony G. There's a lady. Oh man. Look at that. Go check out Strategic Eyes too. There's a lot going on, And it's nicer than Facebook because it runs like chat rooms and you don't really, I would never ban you. I don't give a shit. I'm about free speech. So it's not the platform itself that will give you the bans for typing shit. I'm pretty much in control of it. There's no moderators here. And I allow free speech. I don't give a fuck about discourse or whatever. Now, if you get banned for something you share, I don't know. I have no control over that. But it's really not like that over here. So, it's more of a private thing. And it's the warp dimension. So, you come into the island of Misfit Toys. If you come over here to troll, whatever. I don't give a shit. You're not bothering nobody. If you come over here to start reporting shit, well, then you just get blocked and banned. So, I mean, because I could see everybody that tries to do what. And here we're allowed discourse. We're allowed to let loose a little bit. And I keep plugging it because it's a way for us to always be in touch. And we could always share the links to the lives and stuff. But let's go back to Mr. Potato Head. See what the fuck he's sneering about.
On 1,000 acres. Literally a field of dreams. It's going to create 10,000 jobs, that one investment. 7,000 construction jobs. 3,000 jobs in those factories once they're finished. They call them factories. Jobs paying an average of $130,000 a year. And many do not require a college degree. Jobs. Because we work together, these jobs where people don't have to leave home to search for opportunity. And it's just getting started. Think about the new homes, the small businesses, the medium-sized businesses. So much more that's going to be needed to support those 3,000 permanent jobs and the factories that are going to be built. Talk to mayors and governors, Democrats and Republicans, and they'll tell you what this means for their communities. We're seeing these field of dreams transform to the heartland. But to maintain the strongest economy in the world, we need the best infrastructure in the world. And folks, as you all know, we used to be number one in the world in infrastructure. We've sunk to 13th in the world. The United States of America, 13th in the world in infrastructure, modern infrastructure. But now we're coming back because we came together and passed a bipartisan infrastructure law, the largest investment in infrastructure since President Eisenhower's interstate highway system.
The largest infrastructure since to international depression. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the leader of the free world.
Already
the entire
funded
planet.
Over 20,000 projects.
Oh my
including
God.
major airports from Boston to Atlanta to Portland. Projects that are going to put thousands of people to work rebuilding our highways, our bridges, our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America. Urban, rural, tribal.
Jesus Christ, that was pretty good. Hey, let's have a round of applause. That motherfucker got that out in one shot. That was pretty impressive. Good job, Joe. You said a sentence.
And folks, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. And I mean it sincerely. I want to thank my Republican friends who voted for the law, and my Republican friends who voted against it as well. But I still get asked to fund the projects in those districts as well. But don't worry. I promised I'd be a president for all Americans.
Oh, here we go. Strategic. I'm sorry, not sorry. I did a bit of trolling in your Discord. I have fun and I'll say some legitimate topics. But you got some wackadoodles in there and I'll call out the squad for being a bunch of assholes. So, fair's fair. Sorry, not sorry. And I admitted in your Discord that I was trolling while I was trolling. So, to be fair, they knew I was trolling and I said, nah, I trolled. But it was announced. So, therefore, I feel like it's all Gucci, baby. And then I left some points there. And I said, I'm open to inquiries and discourse. So, thank you. You're welcome. I brought some traffic to your Discord. You know, if I didn't fucking troll your Discord, you wouldn't have Bluntman in there. So, you're welcome. How you doing tonight? I hope all's well.
Americans.
Back to fucking Potato Head over here. Telling us about how government spending more of our money is going to fix all the problems government created.
Projects.
What do you mean you're getting SWAT? Oh, well, I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah, come pull me over. That'd be cute. All my shit's on paper. I'm Gucci. I got a full-time fucking job, bro. We alright. I don't know what you're getting SWAT for, though. Careful. They might hurt themselves.
And I'll see you at the groundbreaking. Look, this law will further unite all of America.
I love it. I love you, SC. I really do. I do. I got respect for you, Bo. That's why I fuck with you. You know what I mean? I have a good time. I do. And I have some fun with people in your Discord, too. You cool people. And I'm honestly, I'm taken aback that you're even here on my live. Tony hit you up. Yeah, I had some fun over there. And, because we stirred the pot a little bit, other people were curious, like, what the hell's going on? And we shared your Discord, brought some more people over there to watch the dumpster fire that erupts after some bullshit. But at least I was man enough to say, nah, I'm just trolling. Like I said it right to him. Like I'm trolling right now. I'm having a little fun. So I ain't apologizing about shit. I'm sorry that your people over there got upset, but you got a squad running, bro. Like the squad in Congress. They just delete people's comments. They erase all kinds of shit. And then they promote each other and they gang up on people. And then when they can't back their facts up, they disappear, bro. That's your Discord, man. Mine's all love and fun. So you should check out our Discord. Come over, have some fun, you know what I mean? Because there's no holes barred. I'm completely free speech. But you go over there and it's a good time. It's kind of like hanging out at a virtual pub. An old school AOL chat room that's always running. And I love everybody's opinions. Because I don't know everything. And I love when other people bring their ideas to the table. Your Discord is like America. Got a goddamn squad in Congress. Fix that shit, homie. But I'm blown away that you're here. Welcome. I'm a little fired up, and we're doing the old man rants. I'm waiting for him to start yelling at the fucking Congress. Work and all that shit's been a little crazy, and then the boiler broke down, and then all that shit. So we're at a late start, but we're going. BLM versus All Lives Matter. BLM, when it first started, it was an earnest movement about people getting tired of the crime and shit going on in their cities. Then it got hijacked by a bunch of Marxists and exploited, just like the LGBTQ community. It was a chance to exploit the people's plights that they have in society. And they use it for power gain, donations, monetary gain, and basically you're embezzling money off of the plights of people in their movement, and usually it goes towards big government. So all of these movements have been tainted and corrupted, taken over. All lives matter. I do think all lives matter, and that includes black people, includes all people. I like the Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, except for not all lives. So there's a caveat to that. If you're raping little kids, if you're murdering innocent people, if you're torturing people for no fucking reason, I don't think your life matters. If you're a pedophile, I don't think your life matters. If you're a coach taking advantage of little girls in the locker room, I don't think your life matters. I'm sorry. Not all lives are equal. What do you do with yourself? See, Strategic, I got a lot of fucking respect for you because you serve your community no matter what. You put on that uniform every day, and you know as well as I do, you go out there, you're not guaranteed to come home. And I commend you on that, regardless of all that. Yeah, I'm a radical. Yeah, getting spit on's fucked up. See, that's the biggest thing, though. That's what I think our biggest dynamic is if we were to collaborate. Is I'm a white boy from the hood who can't carry a gun, and you're a black man from wherever you are. I would love one day to find out, because you got to remember, a lot of my family and friends are all law enforcement here in the state of New York. And I have some FBI friends. Where you're at, because you get to carry a gun and have backup, and I don't. And we're on the two opposite sides of the legal lines in New York, like the lines of the law. You know as well as I do how it works around here, and you got good cops and bad cops. So I think there's a good dynamic there. And it could be a lot of fun, you know. Yeah, totally, 100%. You haven't picked that up by now? Who else gives you classified information before it's fucking reported on the news? Total Fed. They should free Julian Assange. Well, let's get back to Potato Head. I don't know who this lady is.
Projects like Brent Spence Bridge in Kentucky over the Ohio River, built 60 years ago, badly needed repairs. One of the nation's...
Hold on, real quick. Strategic. Always feel free to come and troll my Discord. Send Tanya, Nene, and a lady, and Jason. Yeah, send them over.
nation's most congested freight routes, carrying $2 billion worth of freight every single day across the Ohio River. And folks, I've been talking about fixing it for decades, but we're really finally going to get it done. I went there last month with Democrats and Republicans and from both states to deliver a commitment.
I'm going to address that right now. If Rick got mad at me for ever collaborating with you, then that's a problem Rick's he's got to bring up with me. If I feel like I want to collaborate with you and talk with you and find out your perspective on things, then that's my fucking choice. Rick might, honestly, depending on where some of our discussions go, Rick might jump in on your side, being like, Bobby, you're a goddamn dumbass. Shut the hell up and sit down, boy, and let me teach you a lesson. But, nah, I love it. The fact that I get involved in your comments in your Discord, I feel like it's more relevant to me because we do basically come from the same spot. So it's two different movies on the same screen. Our realities, even though we're in the same environment, our realities are different. And that's where they come up with the my truths and stuff. But facts always remain the same. And I think that's the common ground that we get along on. Whether or not I like the law doesn't mean that it's not your duty to enforce it. And I think cops catch a bad rap because of lawmakers, not necessarily because cops are doing their job. And I think that's a big thing that the people need to hear. Because they'll vote for the wrong lawmakers, and then they yell at the fucking cops for enforcing laws they don't like. Well, then elect people that aren't going to create laws you don't fucking like. And people don't seem to see that. And then the whole racist bullshit. Fuck out of here.
Of $1.6 billion for this project.
I don't know if any of you guys knew this or not, but Strategic Eyes, yeah, he's a white supremacist. He's a cop. He's a black cop, but he's a white supremacist. That's how things work in New York. I just want everybody to be clear about that. We got black white supremacists running around. We live in a fucking Dave Chappelle skit. This is a Dave Chappelle skit. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
And while I was there, I met a young woman named Sarah, who's here tonight. I don't know where Sarah is. Is she up in the box? I don't know. Sarah, how are you? Well, Sarah, for 30 years, I learned, she told me she'd been a proud member of the Iron Workers Local 44, known as the Cowboys in the Sky. The folks who built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her. That's pride. And that's what we're also building. We're building back pride. Look, we're also replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10 million homes in America.
Lead pipes.
400,000 school and child care centers. So every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain.
What about Flint, Michigan? How about Ohio?
We're making sure.
They all turn out to be good little commies.
That every community in America has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive by McDonald's parking lot to help them do their homework online with their kids, which thousands were doing across the country.
Okay, this is a very important point. They want to create an infrastructure that guarantees high-speed internet to every family. That sounds pretty fucking convenient, doesn't it? What did they do when they mandated vaccines in New York? They gave us an app that we had to have download called Excelsior. And it was a vax tracking app. And it was your passcard to get in and out of restaurants and all that shit in the state of New York. I said, fuck that and fuck you. I'm not going to be tracked. I'm not putting numbers tattooed on my wrist. Get the fuck out of here. Well, they got to provide the phones and the software and all that shit, right? Once the government provides internet for you, they are going to mandate that you follow it. You answer back to this and that. So we're going to inform you through this. They're going to make it a part of your life that you rely on. But they're going to mandate it. It's going to be your only means of operation within the country. I'm telling you right now. We're going to give you a phone and we're going to give you the data on it. Now you have no choice but to download this Excelsior fucking app. So we could track if you're vaccinated or not, and what boosters you're up to, and how many vaccines you've gotten, and who you've been around, and where you're going. No. I don't want the government to provide internet for me. In fact, the less internet, the better. I choose when I'm around internet. I don't need the internet everywhere I go. And I'll have the government know, hey, feds, if you're listening, you already know this. I leave my phone in random places whenever I feel like it, and I go off and have my day.
Do these projects, and again, I get criticized for this, but I make no excuses for it. We're going to buy American.
He makes no excuses for it. He's going to buy American.
We're going to buy America. Folks. And it's totally consistent with international trade rules. Buy America has been the law since 1933, but for too long, past administrations, Democrat and Republican, have fought to get around it. Not anymore. Tonight, I'm announcing new standards require all construction materials used in federal infrastructure projects to be made in America.
Whoa. We're shutting down petroleum factories. We're shutting down energy fucking plants. We're gonna tax you more and run all this ESG bullshit unless you move to other countries. Who are they gonna buy from? Because there's no production going on here like that. At least not for the prices. You make a place go bankrupt. Now you're gonna pass a law that tells businesses in America they have to buy from the back-ordered, overinflated, under fucking labored companies that's struggling in America. So you're just gonna suffocate companies because they can no longer import. But they're importing because of your policies that drove companies out of this country. So, okay. So you're not doing anything to increase production of goods in America. You're just going to mandate that all companies in America now buy from what's left of the businesses you've destroyed in America. You see? See how he's doing this? Yep. Biden's, yeah, they're all eating horse cock. I'm a small fish. What are you doing? The hell are you eating? Some bitches. I'm reading the comments. Hold on. How rude of me. I'm not here. I gotta catch up on the comments. I was eating a piece of broccoli. Fuck off. Sorry about that. I gotta turn this mic down. Sorry about that. That was rude. Very rude. What's going on with you fuckers in here? My little YouTubers and Facebookers. My disc cadets. I'm eating horse cock. Well, that should have been apparent. That should have been apparent. I thought we had this discussion. Now we're going backwards. You guys are like the progressives. This is, look at Peep. Look, poop. Peep, boop, giggity, giggity. Right in the middle. I don't know who she is. Oh, there's, what's it, Grinnell? That piece of shit. This guy's just like, This guy's helping him. Look at this bitch. He must have fought it. Look, Mitt Romney is going, what was that? And she's going, God damn it, Mitt Romney. Look at that. And she's like this stinky son of a bitch. She's like, oh. Yeah, I don't know who this bitch is. Almost looks like Elizabeth Warren. She must be a Native American because she got high cheekbones. And then she's in there, and then who's this? That's creepy. And that's creepy. Where the hell is he? Like, is he standing? He almost looks photoshopped in. What is this? Is he photoshopped in? Look at the edges here. Where's he even standing? It's someone's ear, someone's shoulder. It's a congressional shoulder. Thank you, shoulder, for your service and your votes.
Made in America.
My mic's too low.
I made
That's
it.
too high. My mic went too low. Is that better? Pillow talk. No. That cost me a lot of drinks. What the fuck is that? What is that? Look at this. Oh, fucking Maxine. You know, Maxine Waters has been awfully quiet lately since she fucking tried to entice mobs to attack Republicans in the streets. This guy looks like a vampire. This guy looks like a bat. These two look like Stephen Colbert and Kyle Rittenhouse had 2 kids they didn't want to take home, so they left at the fucking orphanage. This looks like Bernie Sanders' cousin after an insulin shot. This looks like the goddamn judge from Nothing But Trouble. She looks like she's giving some mouth happy. I don't know what Kevin Hart's ugly stepsister or ugly sister's doing here. Al Sharpton's older brother. Oh, there's Maxine Waters. That ain't even Maxine Waters. They're Maxine Waters. Clap him. I don't know who the fuck this is. This guy's right on the fucking camera. She looks like the librarian that used to actually penalize you for not returning books. Here we got bitter bald man syndrome. Here we got soon to be bitter bald man syndrome. That's his son. You don't know it yet. I don't know what this bitch is doing in the corner. And then here we have the whoop diddly guy. Whoop diddly! Like from fucking Mortal Kombat. I don't know what this girl's doing. Apparently she's raving of some sort. I don't know what happened here. Maybe this is one of the things that escaped from the unidentified objects they've been shooting down. Looks like an alien. I don't know if that's hair, if that's like the feeler extension of the face that gives off sonar and radar. I don't know. This looks like a Photoshop. She's trying to hide the alien. She was doing bike language.
Lumber, glass, drywall, fiber optic cable. And on my watch,
I swear to God, don't say fucking oil. Don't say fucking oil. Don't say fucking oil.
American roads, bridges, and American highways are going to be made with American products as well.
Like asphalt, that comes from American oil.
Folks, my economic plan is about investing in places and people that have been forgotten. So many of you listen to me
like oil and gas.
Tonight. I know you feel it. So
I don't know where the fuck it was at originally, motherfucker. It's here now. It's been a hell of a day, and then the goddamn... I don't even know where this is sitting to pick it up. I gotta get a studio set up, like, where I can monitor that. I have no mixer here. So once I play with it, I play with it. I don't know where the fuck it's at. It's up to you. I'll just talk like this. So tonight, we're gonna bring in that smooth jazz. Thanks for joining us on a Monday night. Valentine's Day is coming up tomorrow. How you gonna spend it? We could play fucking DJ. For all my single people out there this Valentine's Day, this goes to you. We gonna get over you, baby. Alright. My darling, what? What you know about this? Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, right? Am I right about that? Let's see. 213, yeah, 214. Well, to all the bitches that ain't my Valentine tomorrow, we getting over you. Don't worry about that. 2023, my bank account is going to be my girlfriend. See, we could spin this into a totally different show, but I figured the State of the Union is something we had to cover, you know? A lot of good music out there. Some of that electro swing, electro jazz. When put in context, you could have some fun. Give it up for France Jolie. Get Over You. That's a good banger from the disco era. Do we really want to go? I kind of want to play radio DJ now. Kind of want to bring on callers. Kind of see what's going on. Have some fun with you guys so it's not just me. Look at this guy's fucking face. He was excited. Oh, that was fun. And for all you couples out there, happy Valentine's Day. If she says happy Valentine's Day, you know that bitch getting like 11 grand back in taxes and like her cigarettes off stoves. Valentine's with an N. Tines. Let's see what cocksucker's talking about.
So many of you felt like you've just simply been forgotten.
Yeah. Taxpayers.
Amid the economic upheaval of the past 4 decades, too many people have been left behind and treated like they're invisible. Maybe that's you watching from home.
Taxpayers, citizens, and veterans.
Remember the jobs that went away. You remember them, don't you?
Yeah, hard-working American jobs under the orders of big bad government that's now flooding in illegals because they don't have the American workforce to cover it. Yeah, those people. Your constituents.
The folks at home remember them. You wonder whether the path, even
if they still have homes,
exists anymore for your children to get ahead without having to move away. Well, that's why I get that. That's why we're building an economy where no one's left behind. Jobs are coming back.
Oh, that sounds just like the school shit. No child left behind. No child left behind. The government's going to fix this issue. You know what they did? They lowered standards. They got rid of tests, and now Americans are fucking illiterate. No, this is not going to bode well. You know how they're going to say no people left behind? Universal basic income. Where the state takes money and redistributes it to the people and prints it. Oh, hello, fucking socialism. And socialism leads right to communism. You're witnessing a Marxist revolution. It's what it is. It's clear. They always say, those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. This is a classic example. You're watching the second fall of Rome.
Pride is coming back because choices we made in the last several years.
Like stocking up on guns, ammos, and long-term storable food. This episode is not sponsored by anyone, but if it was, I hope it would be Mountain House. Mountain House is great 30-year storable food, filling 2 servings, ton of protein, and they actually taste great. I personally order Mountain House. This is not paid. I'm not paid or endorsed by them, but I swear by them. Leatherman multi-tools, Leathermans, because you can fucking replace their shit. And they got some food and some tools.
You know, this is, in my view, a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America.
I don't know how he has an opinion. He's never been a part of a blue-collar force. Never held a fucking job in his goddamn life. His mansions that he owns were built off of taxpayer fucking, you know, I want to call them crimes. The government just holds you at gunpoint, takes your fucking tax money, and then these people put it in their pocket and buy themselves houses, and then ban what you can and can't own. Tell you what you can and can't say, what you can and can't think, where you could go, when you can operate. While you buy them mansions. I mean, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I shouldn't be paying any goddamn taxes. It should be donation based.
Make a real difference in your lives at home. For example, too many of you lay in bed at night like my dad did, staring at the ceiling, wondering what in God's names happens.
Oh, so he's acknowledging that. Okay, as long as he understands what he did. What in God's name has happened? You people.
If your spouse gets cancer.
I've been there. My wife died of cancer. Hey, look, Fetterman made it. The Eagles are the Eagles. And they're not the Super Bowl champs. Let's go, Chiefs. Good show, baby.
Your child gets deadly ill. Or something happens to you. What are you going to get money to pay for those medical bills? Or are you going to have to sell the house or try to get a second mortgage on it? I get it. I get it. With the Inflation Reduction Act that I signed into law, we're taking on powerful interest to bring healthcare costs down so you can sleep better at night.
Yeah, where the fuck's gotta go and horse fly?
You know,
They're
we pay more for prescription
Discord.
drugs than any nation in the world. Let me say it again.
And that is because of law on the books. We literally make them here, ship them out, and then pay money to have them shipped back here. That can be fixed with the stroke of a pen. There's no battle to be had there. We can instantly, overnight, change the price of medicine in America. So anything they do besides actually fixing it in 5 minutes with a pen, it's all hogwash. There's nothing else you have to do but to fix it. And just like what they say, we need immigration reform to fix the southern border. No. To fix the invasion going on by illegal criminal invaders at our southern border, all you got to do is enforce our border policies. And then if you want to change the way people go about becoming a legal citizen in this country, that's completely removed. They're not linked together. Oh, it's so hard, so people just flood in. Well, they didn't flood in when we were enforcing the rules we had on the books. The Remain in Mexico policy, the border wall going up. You guys say, they boast about seizing the most amount of fentanyl coming across the border. There's only one reason that you were even able to catch that much fentanyl. Because it's an open fucking... It's an open gate. Bring it all in. Wow, we can't believe how much fentanyl we're catching. Yeah, because you're allowing so much of it through. Naturally, they're going to send more. This is the way they can take a fuck you and turn it into this is good for you. From fuck you to for you. It's the brainwash job. And it's amazing that these people have any support at all. See, now... I saw something about that. I haven't actually watched it. In fact, I missed the entire end of the game. But, so if, let me get this straight, Missy. If they had called the penalty on the Eagles, the Chiefs wouldn't have scored a touchdown. Let me get this straight, Missy. I'm asking you. They didn't call a holding call. So if they did call a holding call on behalf of the Eagles, that would have been the offensive party in there holding. He wouldn't have made a touchdown. I have a response to this, and I don't have any dog in the fight, and I'm not really a sports guy, but I want to make sure that I'm getting this correct. They should have called... you got to fill me in on this. They should have called a penalty on the Eagles. Okay. Well, then I don't know. I have to watch it. I heard the refs took the game. What was funny? I had multiple people tell me that they were calling the game for 37-34. But the Eagles. And then it happened to be 38-35, the Chiefs. So somewhere those numbers were relevant. I have to watch the whole end of the game. I had some running around to do. Oh, you guys are just getting into the DJ radio? I don't know. I can't see. I should bring it to live. Yeah. Okay. That's much better. It's so far behind. I don't watch sports. I love BattleBots. I do. I watch me and Eli watch BattleBots. Alright. Back to Mr. fucking Potato Head. I don't know how much more this is actually. Oh god, this guy goes on. We might have to end up doing a part 2 today. Because I do have work in the morning. I got clothes in the wash. What time is it? 11? I got a little time. We got some time. No doubt. Well, I was asking you to clarify because I missed the end of the game and I'm not too privy to football. I watch sports that no one cares about, like hockey. Apparently no one cares about hockey. I love hockey, though. The football, I just show up for wings, beer, appetizers, hors d'oeuvres. Let's get a little more of this jerk off in. And then what I might do, we'll go, he's at 46 minutes. I'm going to take it to an hour here with the State of the Union. And then I got to hop in the shower, grab my laundry and stuff. After this goes live, Tony, do me a huge favor. Drop the Discord link in there. And then I'll go live again when I come back. And whoever makes it, makes it. Whoever doesn't make it, you can check it out tomorrow. Because unless they pull down my lives, I don't pull them down. So let's get through another fucking 4 minutes, 14 minutes of this dipshit. I appreciate you, Missy. Hey, Ann. How the hell you doing, sweetie? Haven't seen you in a minute. I see you on Facebook once in a while. I'm banned from Facebook. They said that they're trying to protect the community from spam, so I'm not allowed to post. Even though I'm not banned, I haven't violated any community standards. They were just like, we're going to come up with some new bullshit and be like, oh, we don't want you posting too much. So, I can't. But we're doing the State of the Union. I haven't listened to the whole thing, and literally this guy is so bad that every 5 words I gotta just stop it and correct him or clarify shit. So, we got about another 14, 15 minutes. Once this hits an hour, I'm going to take a break from the live. I got to grab my laundry, take a shower. I didn't get to yet. I had fixed the boiler and shit. And then I'll be back for the other side of midnight live. And in between, you guys will get a chance to check out the Discord and stuff and fuck around in the comments and have some fun. I miss you guys. I'm glad to be back. And there will be a lot more content coming. I promise you that. 2023 is going to be lit. It's just one step at a time. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Don't make me put the disco back on.
We pay more for prescription drugs than any major nation on earth. For example, 1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Many of you in this chamber do, and in the audience. But every day, millions need insulin.
You know how you cut the cost of healthcare? Ban chemicals as food in New York, in the U.S. We eat carcinogens. We eat processed foods. If we ate healthy food, most of the food that we eat in the U.S. is banned in other countries. We eat cancer, and then hope not to get it.
To control their
Make affordable food affordable. Make healthy food affordable and abundant. And we won't rely so much on big pharma and medicines.
Diabetes, so they can literally stay alive. Insulin's been around for over 100 years. The guy who invented it didn't even patent it because he wanted it to be available for everyone. It cost the drug companies roughly $10
Got a girl, welcome.
Make that insulin. Packaging and all, you may get up to $13. But Big Pharma has been unfairly charging people hundreds of dollars, $400 to $500 a month. making record profits. Not anymore. Not anymore.
That's great. How are you going to do it? You could just say that. Yeah, they're not going to get away with it anymore. Okay, what's your plan? What are you doing? What are your steps you're going to take? Oh, we're just going to say this, and you're going to clap and then sit down. So we address that. Moving on. What do you mean moving on? What are you going to do? Nothing. 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 If anything, they're going to create a surveillance system because people were abusing it, and that's why it costs so much, because so many people were abusing it. So now they got to fucking pay attention to everything you do when it comes to any of that medication, just to make sure you're not abusing it. That's how they'll fix it.
So many things that we did are only now coming to fruition.
Yeah. That's why everything's falling apart.
We said we were doing this, and we said we passed a law to do it, but people didn't know because the law didn't take effect until January 1 of this year. We capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare.
That'll come in, John. It should be for everybody. And it's so cheap, it should be a little lower. But, okay, that's a good thing. You could cite that. Just remember who brought it up after getting into office when it was already low.
The people are just finding out. I'm sure you're getting the same calls I'm getting. Look, there are millions of other Americans who do not or are not on Medicare, including 200,000 young people with type 1 diabetes need this insulin.
Look at Bernie Sanders. That's why he wants everyone paying for his health care.
Let's cap the cost of insulin for everybody at $35. Folks, the big pharma is still going to do very well, I promise you all. I promise you they're going to do very well. This law also
yeah, they're going to do well because you're mandating their vaccines, you fucking cunts.
Costs out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors on Medicare at a maximum of $2,000 a year. You don't have to pay more than $2,000 a year, no matter.
Pardon my language. I got mad about medicine.
You know why? You all know it. Many of you, like many in my family, have cancer. You know the drugs can range from $10, $11, $14, $15,000 for the cancer drugs. If drug prices rise faster than inflation, drug companies are going to have to pay Medicare back the difference. We're finally giving Medicare the power to negotiate drug prices. Bringing down prescription drug costs doesn't just save seniors money. It cuts the federal deficit by billions of dollars. By hundreds of billions of dollars.
Hold up. Alright. So by restricting the profits that medicinal companies have to explore and research and develop new drugs, we're going to fix the deficit by punishing, we can make it through the medicine industry instead of unleashing the American oil and gas industry that can instantly take care of the deficit. I mean instantly. No. We're going to leech it through life-saving pharmaceuticals that people fucking rely on. When we're not fucking mandating it, like this goddamn experimental mRNA shit. It's an experiment. You were lab rats. It's what it is. There's no making that up. That's not misinformation. That's what the fuck it is. So they're going to tie deficit through Big Pharma while they destroy the energy industry, which if we were shipping and exporting and selling natural gas and oil throughout the planet, we could easily pay off our debt without messing with because they're just going to pass it on down. Whenever they tax a corporation, the corporation just passes that on to tax it on to the price of the goods. You cannot tax corporations because the corporations just add it to the tax of the consumers. Oh my God. There's so many flaws in these philosophies. And the people hear this and go, oh, that sounds great. No, it doesn't. Not if you understand how simple economics work or how the system works. Not at all. They gotta finish the job. Yep, they gotta finish this off. Not the good kind. This ain't no rub and tug. This is the spit and grip.
Because these prescription drugs are drugs purchased by Medicare to keep their commitment to the seniors. Well, guess what? Instead of paying $400 or $500 a month, you're paying $15. That's a lot of savings for the federal government. And by the way, why wouldn't we want that? Now, some members here are threatening, and I know it's not an official party position, so I'm going to exaggerate, but threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. As my coach, that's okay. That's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year. Make no mistake. If you try anything to raise the cost of Brazilian jobs, I will veto it.
Hold on. What did he say?
And I know it's not an official party position.
Hold on, as he gets into his old man yelling shit. I'm going to yell at you and Brazilian jobs. I'll veto him. He wants to veto Brazilian jobs. That's what I heard.
I'm going to exaggerate. Coach, that's okay. That's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year.
5:32.
Make no mistake.
Here we go, yelling at us.
If you try anything to raise the cost of Brazilian jobs, I will veto it.
What?
If you try anything to raise the cost of Brazilian jobs, I will veto.
Brazilian jobs.
Try anything to raise the cost of Brazilian jobs, I.
Brazil or billions?
If you try anything to raise the cost of Brazilian jobs, I will veto it.
Alright, so don't fuck around with Brazilian jobs. Whatever. We're going to protect the Brazilian jobs. And I think that's under the True International Depression Act. Okay, more money. And he'll veto it. Don't be Brazilian or Brazilian in any aspect, because he'll veto you. That's why Cubans and Venezuelans are not allowed.
Look, I'm pleased to say
I had a tour dad who used to do parking lots.
that more Americans have health insurance now than ever in history.
Yeah, because the government gave it out.
16 million people are enrolled in the Affordable Care Act.
And I wonder how many of those are illegals.
And thanks to the law I signed last year, saving millions are saving $800 a year on their premiums.
And if you don't have health insurance, they're charging you $900. It's fucking bullshit.
By the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025.
Good.
So my plea to some of you, at least in this audience, let's finish the job and make these savings permanent.
Oh, so let's create a socialistic healthcare system, make it permanent. Finish the job. So Obama stuck it in. He gave us the tip, and he's going to give us the shaft.
Expand coverage of Medicaid.
Where who's the money? Why are you taking care of all these illegals? You know, I'm no fucking accountant, but I know when you can't afford the bills you already got, then you want to keep expanding and getting new shit, nicer shit, and then letting everybody over to eat all your goddamn food. I mean, anybody who's ever balanced a fucking checkbook can understand where this heads to.
Look, the Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change. Ever.
Whoa, Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Ever. Investment ever. The Inflation Reduction Act is all.
The Inflation Reduction Act.
Look, the Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change.
The Inflation Reduction Act. So the Reduced Government Spending and Deficit Act was an investment in green energy, in the Green New Deal, in ESG, in solar fucking companies, in wind farm companies, in foreign energy production companies. It was an investment in foreign entities because our energy sector is destroyed. We don't produce that shit here. The Inflation Reduction Act was an investment in green energy that we outsource and we import and is inefficient. That they just said it. He said the quiet part out loud. I want you to eat.
The Inflation Reduction Act is also.
It's the act about inflation reduction. What'd you do? Invested in a bunch of solar panels and wind farms.
Look.
Listen to this.
The Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change.
How are you going to reduce government spending while investing in shit that it's failing? It's a failing. You can't push this shit. It's failing. Oh, it's always the opposite. That's why, yeah, whenever you hear the name of a bill, you know it does the complete opposite. We know that. But he just said it. He said it back to back. And I wanted to take an extra moment to harp on this so anybody tuning in, you can hear it. I'm letting that be heard a few times because, you know, reducing government spending means increasing government spending.
Ever. Lowering utility bills, creating American jobs, leading the world to a clean energy future. I visited the devastating aftermath of record floods, droughts, storms, and wildfires from Arizona to New Mexico to all the way up to the Canadian border. More timber has been burned, that I've observed from helicopters, than the entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem. In addition to emergency recovery, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires. Roads and water systems.
Alright, you knew this motherfucker wasn't making it 5 seconds. Did he just say that they burned so many logs and you're going to tell me global warming isn't a real thing? Well, if global warming, why are they burning wood?
Storms and wildfires from Arizona to New Mexico to all the way up to the Canadian border.
Okay, here's the logs.
More timber has been burned, that I've observed from helicopters, than the entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem.
We don't have global warming? Well, if your proof of global warming is the fact that they're burning more wood to keep warm, then no, I'm going to assume warming is not the fucking issue there. Or maybe it is the issue. That's why they're burning so many logs. This is so bad. These guys, it's so bad. He's lucky we're not in the court of law. Because they everything you say can and will be used against you.
Problem.
And we're talking about every other 3 words here. This is fucking insanity.
In addition to emergency recovery, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires.
Electric grids have nothing to do with forest fires. Except for that missile that exploded that we have the footage of from satellite imagery. Something exploded. It wasn't the electric grid company. There was a projectile there. And then everything else was melted. You're talking about cars melting and the trees were still standing there. That's not a wildfire. Sorry. Look up Athena. Athena.
Roads and water systems withstand the next big flood. Clean energy to cut pollution and create jobs in communities often left behind. We're going to build 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations installed across the country by tens of thousands of IBEW workers. And we're helping families save more than $1,000 a year with tax credits.
I can get down with that because I get paid to install electric vehicle chargers.
To purchase electric vehicles and efficient appliances, energy-efficient appliances. Historic conservation efforts to be responsible stewards of our land. Let's face reality. The climate crisis doesn't care if you're in a red or blue state. It's an existential threat.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Not at all. The environment is nowhere near. And if we were going into an ice age, I'd be worried about death. But going into a warm, when we lose a lot less people. When the temperatures drop below freezing, you have a much higher death count than when it's hot out. Plus, you get a longer growing season for crops. Now, the fact that we're coming out of a little ice age is not, anyway, an existential threat. Eating American food is. Going to McDuck's is. But, no. The fact that we get more sunshine and warmer weather, not an existential threat.
We have an obligation, not to ourselves, but to our children and grandchildren to confront it. I'm proud of how America, at last, is stepping up to the challenge. We're still going to need oil and gas for a while. But
so why the fuck are you shutting it down?
Guess what? No, we do.
Holy shit. Well, you know what? He gets a little green star. He doesn't get a gold star. He'll get a little green star for that statement. Bad time.
But there's so much more to do.
Yeah.
We got to finish the job.
No.
We pay for these investments
Not your
in
job.
the future by finally making the wealthiest and biggest corporations begin to pay their fair share.
It's never gonna happen because they pass it on down to the customers. That's why they leave. That's why the countries outside of the U.S. are absorbing all our manufacturing jobs, because you tax the corporations, they pass it on to the customers. The customers don't want to buy the goods because they're taxed out of it. And it's cheaper for them to operate in other countries. You're chasing them out. Corporate taxes are chasing them out. And that's the simple way. Unless you also pass a law that they cannot pass it on to the customers, then they're going to have to close shop either way, whether it's paying the government or losing revenue. How about you let more people compete?
Just begin.
I love these two right here. Boebert and Gates. They're real fighters. And even if they're crazy, I don't give a shit. At least they stand by the actual convictions they should.
Look, I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist, but pay your fair share. I think a lot of you at home agree with me and many people that you know the tax system is not fair. It is not fair.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up and put a flat tax. Everything else is voluntary. I'm hearing the comments. The burnt logs are from forest fires, so they are implying global warming caused those fires. Yeah, I get it. I get the play, but you know it's forest mismanagement. We shouldn't have shit and brush and all that shit to be burning up down there. They're also dumping all this water into the fucking oceans that they could be. Desalinization. We can desalinate shit with solar powers. The designs and concepts are there. I would fund that before I pay $500 a night for 40,000 illegals. That right there could fund our fucking desalinization problem for this country. And I would donate to that. Captain Numbnuts.
The idea that in 2020, 55 of the largest corporations in America, the Fortune 500, made $40 billion in profits and paid zero in federal taxes? Zero? Folks, It's simply not fair.
It's not true.
But now, because of the law I signed, billion-dollar companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. God love them. 15%.
They already pay that.
That's less than a nurse pays.
How dare you be successful? Anytime you see Elizabeth Warren clapping, just know that the government is stealing from the little guy. I'm a capitalist and I pay higher taxes and let me set prices of products on the free market. I'm a capitalist. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. They're a bunch of goddamn Marxists. Socialists. And if these are the people that are going to determine how a socialist society is going to run, no wonder why it's going to fucking fail. Give us your money. I'm going to buy a mansion, set rules for you, and you're just going to keep giving me money to determine on what I see fit. How about no, motherfucker? I keep my money, and if you got a cause that I feel like is worth donating to and taking care of, then I will. Otherwise, it's not into the free market. Social Security has been the biggest fucking Ponzi scam, and they stole all the money from it. The only reason Social Security didn't work out is because government's running it, and they dipped into it over and over again. That's the government stealing your money. That's embezzlement. That's a felony.
Let me be crystal clear. I said at the very beginning, under my plans, as long as I'm president, nobody earning less than $400,000 will pay an additional penny in taxes. Nobody, not one penny. But let's finish the job. There's more to do. We have to reward work, not just wealth. Pass my proposal for the billionaire minimum tax.
We need to reward... Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ. I know. You guys knew how this was going to be.
Tax.
Okay. We got to reward work. So let's punish success. You worked hard, but we're going to punish the billionaires. Why? Because they worked hard, made it. Okay. Punish it.
Pass my proposal for the billionaire minimum tax.
Billionaire minimum tax. So... we're going to reward work, but if you work too hard and you do too good, we're going to fucking punish you for it. That's what that's about right there. Yeah, let's reward work by punishing success. We'll be right back.
will make America great again.
Back to the stuttering Botard. Yeah, I don't have any sponsors or anything. I'm not going to bore you with ads. What I will start doing, though, is lining up some shit I can't get copyrighted for. Some fun in between videos and stuff. News clips and shit. This way I can run some breaks because I got a lot going on in the background. But I still want to be able to do lives. We are going to be wrapping this up. See, it says 5 minutes till an hour. We know it's going to be about 10 minutes because this guy can't get 3 words in without me having to fact check him. We'll steer you in the right direction to eat through the bullshit. And you guys already knew my live reaction was, we're not just watching the State of the Union, we're going to pick this bitch apart. And that's why you guys come here, because we're going to decipher everything that he's saying, except for the shit we can't get subtitles for. The Brazilians, don't be Brazilian billionaires. Brazilian billionaires, that's Brazilian billionaires. So let's wrap up this last 5 minutes, and then that's going to wrap up part 1 of the live. Part 2, if it doesn't happen a little while after, will happen tomorrow. That one's going to be deleted but backed up and posted onto the Discord. That's going to be private. You're going to have to go to the Discord for part 2, because that's where he starts yelling, and that's where I might start yelling. So right now, we're chilling. Another 5 minutes of this. First, part 1, which has been, I'm live for over 2 hours now. And he is in about 55 minutes. So you figure 2 minutes of commentary for every 1 minute. And we've had a lot of sidebar comments. And I love that SE came in. All's good. All's cool. Love you, SE. We're having a little fun back and forth. And, it's all in good fun. I got a lot of respect for you. Just so you're aware. Should have pulled out the rear with Hunter. That kid was definitely unexpected. Yeah, it should have been a blowjob, as they say. I said that. See what else, Mr.
It's up from about 600.
This guy was a whoopsie.
Beginning of term. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter.
That's why we say to fix the tax system to a flat rate and a low flat rate. If you put a flat rate across the board, it doesn't need to be 35%. We started the American Revolution over 3%. No. I say 8%, maybe 5% tax. And everything else is voluntary. No requirements. And what systems work, the people will support. And what systems don't work, people aren't forced to support. And that's how we clean house. Let the open market decide. Let the people decide. Let us vote with our dollar. Stop putting us at the barrel of a gun to pay for programs that we're shipping money over to foreign nations for women's studies. I mean, doesn't take a genius to figure this shit out. It's just common sense.
I mean it. Think about it. I mean, look. I know you aren't enthusiastic about that, but think about it.
No.
Think about it.
We have. You think about it.
Have you noticed?
Billionaires are going to flee the fucking country and put their money in offshore bank accounts and do business overseas. Yeah. Yeah, tell them. You know what? If you're a success in America, you're going to want to flee America because we're going to steal it from you. You're not allowed to be that successful. So, don't be that successful. Just successful enough.
Big Oil just reported its profits, record profits.
Yeah, profits are important to Big Oil because they lay out a lot of money. That's a gamble to drill and produce oil, and not everyone's a winner.
Last year they made $200 billion in the midst
Oh
of a
shit!
global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous.
$200 billion, the entire fucking oil industry profited. When it's impossible to get new leases, when you're making them pay for extra permits to drill. How much money did you send to fucking Ukraine? Almost as much as they profited, you just gave away to Ukraine. So apparently we got that kind of chump change laying around. I don't know why you're bitching about $200 billion when you sent $100 billion to fucking Ukraine. They didn't even do anything for us. You gave military equipment and taxpayer dollars. $100 billion. Oh, they made $200 billion. How dare they? Again, don't be successful in America. That's the underlying message here.
Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say...
They couldn't. You weren't giving permits to drill. And you weren't giving them the land to do so.
We're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells and all the...
Well, I'm going to bring this back. We were afraid you were going to shut down all the oil wells and stuff. Didn't he campaign on shutting down the oil industry? Yeah, they might have been a little skeptical about their projections.
Notice Big Oil just reported his profits, record profits.
You know.
Last year they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells and all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them?
100%. 100%. The oil market is speculative. 100% speculative. He obviously doesn't understand how it works. This is what I mean when we're ran by fucking idiots. Ran by idiots. And then they blame the people. And they're like, this is how economics work. That's how AOC even has support. Because people are fucking idiots when it comes to finance.
I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade.
A decade?
Exceed. And beyond that.
But that's why everyone's a decade. Next 50 to 100 years at least with the rate of progress.
We're going to need it.
Yeah.
Production.
Quit shutting it down.
If they had in fact invested in the production to keep gas prices down, instead they used the record profits to buy back their own stock.
Yeah.
Rewarding the CEOs and shareholders.
So they don't lose money when they get shut down.
That's why I propose we quadruple the tax on corporate stock buyback.
Quadruple the tax. So don't do... If you're a corporation and you're successful, don't do business in America because we're going to tax the fucking shit out of you. And then we're going to wonder where everybody went.
And encourage long-term investments.
Don't invest in America because we're going to tax the fuck out of you. Meanwhile, we got to bring everyone back to America, but we're going to tax the fuck out of you. This is why people are fleeing. And I don't blame them. This is horrible, horrible economic policy. We're gonna punish the successful. I would flee too. I don't blame them for fucking going overseas. I blame these people for going about it the wrong way and punishing the people who actually work hard and attain success. If you make it, we're gonna punish you for it. But everyone try to make it. You can make it. We want you back to work. Work hard. And if you do and it pays off, we're going to take it from you. Fuck you. Give me your lunch money. Bunch of fucking robbers. Bunch of robber barons. These people take from your dinner plate. You work hard. You sacrifice. You put in the hours. You make that revenue. And they're just going to take it and then send it to Pakistan for women's studies. They're going to put illegals up in hotel rooms that you can't afford to stay at if you want to go on vacation here in America. They just take it from you and spend it however they want with no fucking checks or balances or recourse. And if you don't pay it, they send their henchmen with guns to come and take you away. You get arrested for tax evasion. And if you refuse to be arrested, they're going to draw their guns on you. So this is armed robbery. taxation is theft, 100%.
They'll still make considerable profit. Let's finish the job and close the loophole to allow very wealthy to avoid paying their taxes. Instead of cutting the number of audits for wealthy taxpayers, I just signed a law to reduce the deficit by $114 billion by cracking down on wealthy tax cheats.
Not by printing money. Not by overspending. No, okay. Wealthy tax cheats. That's great. Didn't you also just open up a department that wants to go and create a system for keeping track of waitresses' tips in the service industry? Doesn't sound like billionaires to me. You could Google that.
That's being fiscally responsible.
No. Being a bully, stealing people's lunch money.
Last 2 years.
The government has no right to any of your income. Let's get that fact straight right now. They're saying we're going to take your fucking money because we could spend it better. And they take your fucking money and they throw it away. And they put it in their pockets. They give it to their friends. They send it to foreign nations. I think I could spend my own money much better. Stop stealing my fucking money.
My administration has cut the deficit by more than $1.7 trillion.
While he's increased it about $4 trillion. So you paid off a fraction of the money you've printed. Cool. Good job. Good job. I borrowed $500, but I paid back $100. Okay. Cool. Get back the rest of the fucking money. Goddamn thief.
The largest deficit reduction in American history.
That followed, it was following like one of the greatest increases in the American deficit in history.
Under the previous administration, the American deficit went up 4 years in a row. Because those record deficits, no president added more to the national debt in any 4 years than my predecessor.
That's incorrect.
Nearly 25% of the entire national debt that took over 200 years to accumulate was added by just one administration alone.
And then it was doubled or tripled by Biden. We'll get into that. That's a separate video. The economics, the spending, the national deficit and debt. They're stealing money from your grandchildren.
That's one. They're the facts. Check it out. Check it out. How did Congress respond to that?
Oh shit. Hold on. Let me hit the comments real quick. Just popped in. Hey Kia. I know you didn't want to hear the Biden thing. You got your little pet possum dingbat back. Send him to a man who desperately wanted a pet possum, but he's doing a shit job. Oh, you see, took it back for the benefit of the animal. Yeah, pneumonia sucks. It does. It's an upper respiratory infection. It makes it hard to breathe. And when it's hard to breathe, it's hard to get energy. You feel like shit. It involves your head, your chest, and then everything else suffers. Strength. You get all woozy. You could get vertigo. Pneumonia sucks. I've had it a few times. And I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, and I'm sorry I didn't address that. I've really been slacking on the comments here and there. When SC came in, I knew this was going to take a while, so this is going to be 2 parts. We're coming into the last 2 minutes. This is the 2-minute warning of part 1. Part 2 may go live tonight, may go live. No, it's got to go live tonight. It'll go live tonight, but it's only going to be live while it's live. And then it's going to be set where you can only get the link from the Discord. So, hope to see you there. We'll make a Discord. Have some fun. That's honestly the only place I'm never banned, and I'm always there. I'm always able to jump in and out. So, Kia, we're going to listen to 2 minutes and 10 seconds of this potato head. And then I'm going to hang out in the comments with you guys for a few minutes. And then we're going to end part 1. And I appreciate you all being here. Part 1, we're almost at 2.5 hours. You know how this goes, though. It's been a while, and I miss you guys. So I had to come in and hang out, see how my people are doing. We have a lot of fun. And I'm chilling, listening to the angry old man. He hasn't even started yelling yet. I can't wait for that. I'm going to start yelling too. Poor mamas.
Dead. They did the right thing. They lifted the debt ceiling 3 times without preconditions or crisis.
Okay, lifting the debt ceiling just means you increase the available balance on your credit card. That's it. Oh, we hit our max, our credit max. We can't pay it. Can you just give us more? That's a debt ceiling increase. Just owe more. Deficit spending.
They paid American bills to prevent an economic disaster.
They borrowed from mommy and daddy and your fucking grandkids to buy what they couldn't afford to spend on.
Country. So tonight I'm asking the Congress to follow suit. Let's commit here tonight to the full faith and credit of the United States of America will never, ever be questioned.
Default? How about stop spending like out of control? That's like your fucking kid taking your credit card saying, I'm going to spend it on whatever the fuck I want. You better always pay your credit card bill, mommy and daddy. You can't do that. Stop using it. Stop fucking using it. Stop using it. Unless you're going to keep raising taxes. You're already deficit spending. And the people are suffering. What more can you spend? And you just put it in your own pockets. Fuck you. I could spend my money better. We got to revamp the whole taxation system in this country.
Some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hot.
Hey, Gatto, welcome back.
I get it. Unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are.
Oh, here we go. The big lie.
Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not. Bullshit.
And I'm going to tell you a little something that you guys may not know about this. When it comes to the budget process and the budget votes, things like Social Security and Medicare are entitlements. They are in that budget no matter what. They are not on the table for negotiation. So you cannot fuck with those. What they have been doing with Social Security is tapping into it. The government said, oh shit, I'm going to steal from my kid's tooth fairy fund because I got to put new tires on the fucking car. But I bought shit tires and now my kid's got no tooth fairy money. So that's what the fuck's going on with that. They're spending Social Security. It's going to run out. Social Security, if it was managed the right way it should have been managed, would not be running out. We also have a labor force issue. But they keep paying people to not work. So people aren't putting into it. We got illegals, about 40,000 of them at least in New York City, up in luxury Manhattan fucking hotel rooms on Social Security money. That money could be for pensions and Social Security. Republicans, it's not on the table. It's not even something that they can hold hostage because it's guaranteed in the budgets. Unless someone like Biden, let's pull up a little something. Let's see a little sound clip. See if I could pull this up real quick and in a hurry. Because I remember Biden wanted a full freeze on government spending, and he explicitly said that it includes Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. Biden, government spending freeze includes Social Security. Let's see if we can just pull it up just like that. Oh shit. Oh, wait, what's this? Hold on. Bing. Okay. See this. Republicans want to negotiate entitlements in a budget that you can't negotiate. They couldn't possibly touch if they wanted to. Now we're going to listen to what Joe Biden had to say about it. Back in whenever. This was back a ways. And then watch how he has to backpedal it and then try to act like they're all on the same side. Oh, so we agree. So he says this, and then within the next 45 seconds makes it clear that that's not the Republican stance and debunks his own claim. But first, let's see what he says about it.
I'm up for re-election this year, and I'm going to remind everybody what I did at home, which is going to cost me politically. When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government. And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time. I'm going to remind everybody what I did at home, which is going to cost me politically. When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government. And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
So the government shouldn't spend any money. So now the government knows how to spend your money better than you. You know, there was emails and there's statement testimony that when he was vice president, he literally used to just ask all the time how he can make the most money for himself. He don't give a fuck about you. That's why you don't see people running around in Biden hats. They know they've been had. Whatever. We got a minute and a half.
I'm not saying it's a majority.
Okay, so to bring back, he was down for it. This is a complete lie. And then as they push back, watch him walk it back and then act like, oh shit. So technically, after the State of the Union, that is no longer a talking point. Apparently, Republicans don't feel that way, as per Joe Biden, right here in the same 45 seconds.
All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion. You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks.
That guy's smile right there says it all. You're not going to be threatened if you don't raise the debt limit because you guys fucking overspend. You know what? It's a good thing when the government shuts down. The main part of the government that we need to run maintains running. It's all the other fat that gets trimmed. And they get back pay. It's not like they get shut down and the world falls apart. 90% of the time when the government shuts down, people have no fucking idea, other than the 10% of the time that the media fucking reports about it being such a bad thing. When the government shuts down, you notice how much of it is unnecessary, and all those people get back pay anyway, so it's not like they miss any money. And, oh, sorry, Mr. $200,000 a year to tell me how to live my fucking life, that you had to go out and figure out about getting a real fucking job instead of just taking my tax dollars and telling me how to live? Fuck you. All these people are just grifters. They take your fucking money and tell you how to live. And then they spend your money and tell you it's for your own good. Fuck you, fuck that, and get the fuck out of here. Leave me the hell alone. The experiment of Americans was self-governance, and you guys turned into a goddamn ruling class. You don't rule me. You take painful shits, and you make worse decisions than I do when it comes to my fucking life. I don't need you fat bastards sitting back riding with security in your big fucking your parades of SUVs and private jets and acting like you're holier than thou with your secure spaces and all this shit. We run this fucking country. We're the fucking people that produce. Without us, You got nothing. You're king nothing. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Tells everybody, shh, don't fucking tell me, shh, motherfucker. Yeah. Medicare sunset. Yep, that's what he wanted. I didn't tell you shush. I would never tell gutter girl shush. McCarthy, though, I got a problem with what he said about Babbitt. Babbitt wasn't the only one who died. Roseanne Boylan. We got to speak her name, too. Oh, hit the like button. That's fair. Thank you. Thank you, Kia. And Kia, for your sake, we're only doing the last 30 seconds, because once this hits an hour, I'm going to break it up into part 2. Part 2 might happen tomorrow. It's late.
So, folks,
I do got to get to bed.
Agree. So
now we all agree. Now we all agree. On what?
Security Medicare is off the books now.
Like we've been saying the whole time you've been spreading that lie. The entire time you've been saying we were going after it, we said, no, that's not even on the table. It can't be on the table. They're entitlements. They're not negotiations. They are entitlements. So now we're going to agree that they're off the books? Oh, I'm glad you finally learned how the fucking bills work. After you walked around saying that Republicans were against them. The fucking cocksucker.
All right. They're not to be stopped. All right. I'm ready.
About time you figured it out.
Unanimity.
You finally caught on, you dumb schmuck. See, he got caught in the lie. And when the whole Congress called him out, and then they said, oh, white trash congressman, called out. We debunked it. There it is. There you go. Fuck that. It's been a lie the whole time. You've been making it up and talking that shit the whole time. We got unanimity. No, we've been there the whole fucking time. You just kept lying about our position. And when we all called you out and they all stood up and started calling you a fucking liar and you couldn't get away with it, then you had to sit there and digress. Okay, we all agreed that it's off the books. No, it's off the table, you dumb schmuck. Like it has been the whole time. No. The private security, if it's paid for by them, it's still on our tax dollars. Nothing they own is their own. They take our tax dollars. Their salaries are our tax dollars. They contribute nothing to society other than in there voting on laws that don't need to be created. And every law they pass is another law you need to worry about. This has been the first half. It is late. I do got to get to bed. We'll see if I come back for the second half today. If not, I will see you guys on Yank and Gutter tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Y&G Pub, Yank and Gutter at YouTube. I'm going to leave this live running for a few minutes with the national anthem playing in the background so you guys could get in some comments. Tony, when this live is over and post, please do me a favor, throw that Discord link in there. For those of you who aren't on Discord yet, the link will be posted. Come check it out. It's a 24-hour AOL chat room style place with no censorship where we all hang out. There's a bunch of different chat rooms within the server, and we can have a lot of fun in there. And you'll also see Strategic Eyes. The only two people missing there right now is Rick and Yank. Probably out of Will. But fuck them. We'll see you guys there. And I'm going to leave this. I'm going to play you guys out. And we will finish this. I will finish this. I don't know if I'm going to do it later tonight or Wednesday. So if you randomly see me pop up live, then it happens tonight. It might. I kind of like this. I miss you guys. I kind of miss being here. So, with that, I may see you in a few. Let's see. Make sure the boiler's still running and I get my laundry done and stuff. We'll see how this goes. It is currently 11:50. I have 6.5 hours till I got to be at work. I might be able to squeeze in the other half of the live. So, stay tuned. Hop on that Discord. I'm going to let this play out for a minute so you guys could chat, share the links, and I'll see you soon. God bless you. God bless America. And may the Lord save us all.
Television. White supremacists, Nazi sympathizers, carrying Nazi flags, using the...
And your courage and goodness and love will forever guide us along the way. Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.